Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty and I'm obsessed with indie brand makeup. If that sounds like your cup of tea, please consider subscribing before you leave and give the video a thumbs up. There's also a join button right down there that you can click to become a channel member. Thank you to my channel members. We are diving right in. This is going to be my very realistic, in real time, 10-minute makeup. I already have my skincare done and we are diving right in. Of course, we're going to take a couple minutes in between to talk, but if I'm sitting here by myself, this is literally less than 10 minutes and I think it's quite beautiful. So first up, I'm going to prime. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Plump and Prime primer. I'm just using up the last little bit of this mini. And you can omit this step if you don't feel like you really necessarily need it. I do know that for oily skin beauty, sometimes you want to prep and use primer and do a mattifying primer to kind of help your makeup. And for myself, having very dry skin, I like to just add a primer that adds a little bit of moisturization prior to going in with my makeup application. And I'm literally giving that just a second to sink into the skin while we do that. All I do for my lips for a 10-minute makeup is go in with my Too Faced Lip Injection. This is the Maximum Plump, and as you can see, this one is almost gone. I love this stuff so much. I actually like the tingle to it. I love the beautiful pink flush of color that it gives to the lips as well. And I like this because it does have that tingling sensation. It gives a little bit of a plumping effect. I love the color. It gives a little bit of moisturization to the lips as well. And it's pretty long lasting. So that's all I'm going to do for the lips. If I ever do anything extra, it's adding a little bit of lip liner. That's it. Next up, I'm going in with the KVD Good Apple Foundation. This is Medium 033. I'm actually trying to use this up. I have hit pan on it and I'm trying to finish it up while I'm actually tan during the summer. And I'm going to go in very sparingly. This is quite full coverage, very, very full coverage. It is a kind of soft matte finish. And if that scares you as a fellow dry skin, mature skin beauty, never fret, my friend. This is not over drying. It is beautiful on the skin. It wears well on the skin. The coverage is beautiful. And for those of you that don't know, I'm typically a less is more beauty when it comes to full coverage. I don't typically aim for full coverage, but because this is a lighter formulation, and it's not heavy, it's not cakey or mask-like on the complexion, I'm pretty obsessed with it. And I'm barely going in, getting just a tiny bit of product. Again, less is more for me. I love that this lasts all day. As a matter of fact, I wore it yesterday to a birthday party. And Brett and I were gone from 9:30 in the morning yesterday until almost 6 p.m. So it lasted quite a long time. It blends out well. It does not feel thick, heavy, cakey, nothing like that on the complexion. It doesn't have any scent or anything to it. It's lovely. I really, really like this foundation. And hopefully you can tell that I'm really starting to get a little bit of plumpness. This plumper to me, I really, really like because I feel like it's effective. And it does have a little bit of like that tingling kind of plumping sensation, but it's not too much. I have tried some in the past that literally I felt like my lips were on fire. This one does not do that, and I really like it. I have repurchased it. I have gifted it. I love it. And as you can see, beautiful coverage, blends out well, and it's matte, but it's a soft matte, meaning it still looks like my skin. You can still see some luminous quality kind of peeking through, and it's not cakey, which I really love. I'm going to be very careful to not place too much underneath my eye. And because this is slightly more mattifying on myself, I do not set this down. If I was going in with like my LYS Beauty or something like that, I would take a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury and powder up with that. With this, I do not need it. I also always go in with a setting spray. And then before it dries down all the way, I go in with a sponge. And this just kind of makes everything become one with the skin as opposed to sitting on top of the skin. And for myself, even if you do have oily skin though, but for myself, it just kind of ensures that I'm not looking powdery, heavy, cakey, or anything like that. I just like to do this step, and I will do it a few times throughout my makeup application if I'm putting a lot of powder product over top of my foundation. Next up, I'm going to go into the BH Cosmetics, the Belgian Waffle palette. And I really like to use face palettes when I'm trying to do a hurry up, let's go, let's get out the door in 10 minutes type of look. So I'm going to go between both of these bronzers right here pretty heavily. And I'm going to start towards the hairline first. This way, if I make a boo-boo, if something doesn't, look right, if I add a little too much, nobody's going to see it. Once my hair is down, or if you have longer hair, once your hair is down, nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to see that it's too dark, or maybe you're trying a bronzer for the first time and it got a little muddy or patchy. Nobody's ever going to notice it, okay? Nobody is ever going to notice it. So again, I'm going between both of these shades, starting in the hairline and then bringing it around. I love to bronze up. My all-time favorite products, and probably will be for life, are doing my brows, having mascara, and having a bronzer. As much as I love a lip oil, I feel like the bronzer, for me personally, gives me a little bit more than having, the lip product on. I can use my bronzer as eyeshadow, etc. And of course, we are doing this in real time. And because my foundation is a little lighter than my body is, I'm going to bronze up quite a bit and bring my bronzer down some as well. And then with the exact same brush, I'm going to also go into these two highlight shades. And again, kind of start towards the top of the cheekbones. And instantly, I feel like we're almost done. We're literally almost done. I'm gonna grab my little blush palette. I'm reaching into my Shop My Stash stuff. This is the BH Cosmetics Chocolate Cherry Truffle Blush Palette. And I'm gonna go between the darker kind of berry pink and the soft pink together. Again, I'm using the same exact brush. And I'm gonna pop that, oh, it smells so good, over the nose and across the cheeks. I do still like to prime my lids just because I like to cancel out any blueness, sallowness, or veining. I'm going to go in with the ABH eye primer. If I can get any out, I believe I'm done. Okay, I got a little bit out. So I'm still going to prime just a little bit. You don't necessarily have to do this. I'm aiming for longevity, even if I'm doing just a quick 10-minute, makeup look, if you will. And I'm going to take a little brush. You can also use a sponge. You could use your fingertips. And of course, if I were not sitting here talking, this literally happens faster than what it's, happening with you guys. I would like to know, what are your favorite go-to products for your 10-minute looks, or for your 5-minute face, or for your, hey, I want to look cute, but I really don't want to take the time to look cute. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Literally going back into this palette with a super fluffy brush, and I'm going to go right back in between both of these bronzers pretty heavily. And I'm going to throw that in my crease. This also is a really good way too to have a beautiful kind of very soft, no makeup look, and one that's quite monochromatic, which is obviously a big trend right now. I feel like monochromatic looks and kind of no makeup looks are, they're always going to be in my opinion. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This is my look if, I want to look cute, but we're just running errands. I want to look cute, but we're running to the grocery store. You know what I mean? This is my little go-to. I think this is something that'd be super easy also for newbies and beginners to make up, because there's not a whole lot of steps, and you could literally work from one face palette I'm literally taking my finger. I'm going to go back in to the highlighter. And put that all over. everything, as you can see, just very seamlessly blends all together. My brows, the same thing. I make them super, super easy. I'm going in with Benefit Gimme Brow. This is the shade 3. And I'm going to go in both directions to really coat my brows. Now, if I'm going out, then I'll actually kind of do a full-on brow. But my 10-minute face, no. Nobody has time for that. I definitely don't. So I'm going to take this in both directions, really fill in the brow and fluff it up. And if you already have really good brows, honestly just putting a little bit of a tint through them, or even a clear brow gel or a clear mascara from the Dollar Tree for $1, they work wonders. So we've gotten a little bit of fullness, a little bit of kind of richness or depth of color. I'm going in with my Juvia's Place brow pen and literally just going to flick in a couple of lines just where I'm a little bit more sparse at. And that's it. I believe I'm almost out of this product too, y'all. I go through brow products and mascaras quicker than I go through anything else. What do you go through the most? What is your most used and most repurchased product? I would like to know. Oops. I'm going to just take my finger and wipe my little flub away here. And then I'm going to throw on some mascara, and literally that's it. I'm going in with the MAC Stack from MAC. And when I'm doing my little 10-minute face, or just kind of my, au naturel or my no makeup, I do not worry about my lower lash line. I don't put eyeshadow down there. I don't worry about liner. I don't worry about mascara on the lower lashes. I just want enough, honestly, to just kind of refresh the complexion, wake my face up, feel like I look bright and alive. And if I were going to just kind of amp this up a little bit, say I wore this makeup and then we were like, hey, why don't we go to a movie, or, I just wanted to add a little something extra, I would go in with a deep dark chocolate brown, add it to the outer corner of my eye, add some lower lash mascara, maybe another little layer of mascara, and do some lip liner. And call it a day. Literally, that would be it, y'all. I really like this mascara. I did not like it in my first impression of it. I actually hated it. And I do not like that it pokes me so much. Like, I poke myself every time, and it is quite painful because it's hard plastic. But I really do enjoy this mascara. I don't know that it'd be in my top 10, but if you happen to get this, I would definitely recommend trying it. You can also layer it quite a bit, and it doesn't get flaky or clumpy, which I really like about it. It honestly reminds me, though, of like the Maybelline Sky High. I really feel like I get the same thing from that. And I believe this is around a $25 mascara, and Maybelline Sky High is like, $9. So take that with, a grain of salt, but it is a good mascara. And that is it, beauties. That is my 10-minute face. I would love to know your go-to products. If you have 10 minutes, what are your main things? What is your main goal in a 10-minute face? Do you focus on your brows? Do you focus on the skin? A little bit of everything like myself. That is it, beauties. What do you think? I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.